For in the new travelers, Portugal's Azores Islands have long represented a beckoning blip on the radar of intriguing destinations. Recognition from UNESCO and other organizations has helped that blip to pulse even more brightly. But most people still know little, if anything, about this far-flung archipelago in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And yet it is hard to imagine a place better suited to nature lovers, fans of adventure sports, or anyone looking for a beacon of sustainability. As if that wasn't tantalizing enough, there is a new reason to visit this autonomous region of Portugal. More airlines and cheaper fares are allowing more travelers to reach this other Eden. The exposed tips of vast underwater mountains, the Azores lie on the nexus of the European, American and African tectonic plates, and they bear witness to the forces forever shaping our planet. This is a world of fumaroles, mudpots and scalding springs, of caverns, columns and grottos formed from once molten rock, of blue lakes ringed by forests of laurel and cedar, and green pastures patterning the slopes of caldeiras. UNESCO designated 3 of the islands, Graciosa, Flores and Corfu, as biospheres, and the archipelago also contains 13 Ramsar sites, important wetlands, and more than 30 blue flag beaches. Combine mineral-laden soil with a subtropical climate surrounded by Gulf Stream warmed waters, and the result is a crucible for life. Thankfully, Azoreans seem intent on preserving their treasures. The developed environment covers just 5% of the land, and the rest is a patchwork of protected areas and marine reserves. About 40% of the island's energy comes from renewable resources, mostly geothermal energy. Little wonder, then, the Azores were once named the world's top destination for sustainable tourism by Quality Coast, a European Commission-supported certification program. In fact, it is the only place in the world to receive a Platinum Award, the organization's highest accolade. The Azores are best known for whale and dolphin watching. The archipelago is a pit stop home for about a third of the world's cetacean species. Year-round residents include sperm whales, common dolphins and bottlenose dolphins. Many other species, including blue whales, the largest animal in the history of the planet, pass through on migration routes. Well-organized tours run from the larger islands and go to great lengths to whale watch responsibly. A code of conduct governs how many boats can congregate near a whale, the direction from which they must approach the animals, and how long they're allowed to shadow them. Not so long ago, of course, people came armed with harpoons rather than cameras. Whale hunting, introduced by Americans in the 18th century, played a part in the Azorean economy until as recently as 1987. In one of many ironies, the Vigia watchtowers, once used for hunting these leviathans, now help to steer tourist boats to their quarry. The Whalers Museum on Pico and the whaling station at Porto Pimon tell the story of the industry and its demise. Nutrient-rich water welling up from the deep, or rather the life it supports, is what attracts the whales to the Azores. This is also what makes the Azores one of, if not the best diving locations in the Atlantic. Warm to between 62 F, 17 C, and 75 F, 24 C, the seas truly teem, and visibility reaches to nearly 100 feet, 30 meters, between May and October. The kaleidoscope of species, from yellowmouth barracuda and devil rays to loggerhead turtles and slipper lobsters, arises from the extraordinary range of habitats. Wrasse, damselfish and moray eels dwell in the coast's jade-green bays. Marlin, tuna and sharks swirl around the peaks of barely submerged volcanoes. Jacks, bonitos and grouper patrol the walls of underwater cliffs, and more delicate life forms shelter in caves made from lava tubes. Countless other species take up residence in the shipwrecks cluttering the seafloor. The mild weather, warm water and variety of the coastline also make the Azores a year-round destination for water sports. The attractions for sailors are obvious, and Azorean harbors host a calendar of regattas and events. Porto, the main town on the island of File, is the cosmopolitan center of this transatlantic traffic, and its marina has become an open-air gallery of murals painted by superstitious crews before they depart on their voyages. Anyone remotely interested in geology will be in their element. The island's topography speaks of their volcanic origin in dramatic fashion, but there is more to see than just craters and cones. Cave systems, rock formations, hot springs and further mysteries. The name given to lava-covered patches of land await investigation at 7,713 feet, 2,350 meters. Mount Pico is Portugal's highest mountain. If conditions are right, the 3-hour climb to catch sunrise or sunset is the Azores' premier hiking experience.